Hey guys, Dan Frio, the Mortgage Update. Today we're going to talk about how we can help 23 million small business owners in America qualify easier for a mortgage loan. And what happens in most cases is business owners, if you're one of them, or if you're paid on a 1099, you'll get this video, and it'll basically, when we're all done, you're going to be like, wow, product is going to be perfect for me. So again, I hope you like the video. If you do, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Also down below, hit the subscribe button. It's here the whole time you hear me talking. And if you would, click that bell so every time I do launch a new video, you get alerted. So here's the goal, is what happens in most cases is when business owners or anybody paid on a 1099, they do their tax returns, okay? They're taking or they're using the benefits of the tax laws to help them I won't say not avoid taxes, but reduce their tax burden or their tax base of their income. So what they do is they get all their they get all their revenue or their deposits or the money that they earned, and they get it to their accountant. And then what their accountant does is he then goes through all the systems, and there is a big difference between income taxes for a business, which is self-employed people, and also if you have a 1099, there's different ways that you file your returns. So if you're watching out there and you're a business owner, you get this. But if you're not a business owner, you get a W-2. Basically, you get that W-2 that your employer already pulled out your taxes, and that's basically how your tax returns are formed. With business owners and someone self-employed or someone who is paid a 1099, what a 1099 is basically, let's think of a subcontractor, or let's say a truck driver. For example, a truck driver would get paid on as he makes deliveries. So every delivery he makes, let's say he makes $100. So if he makes 10 deliveries in the day, he made $1,000. Okay. However, he gets to expense a lot of that. So he doesn't have to pay taxes on all that. He can depreciate his truck, write off mileage, write off tolls, write off all his business expenses. How did he get those orders? He received it on his cell phone, so he writes off his cell phone bill, all kind of things like that. So business taxes are completely different than those who file with just a W-2. So what happens is those things that I was talking about, those write-offs. So again, that truck driver, he's going to depreciate his truck. He is going to write off his gas, fuel, any repairs on that vehicle, tolls, meals, his cell phone, GPSs, anything that would relate to his business, he can write it off. He or she, sorry about that. So let's say they run this business also out of their home. They can take a deduction of that. And this is all, consult with your accountant on all of these things. But because of all these I'll say loopholes, but they are tax law. You're just taking advantage of those. There's a difference in, what your gross income is and your net income. So here's what I mean by that. That truck driver that day that we just went over, he earned $100 per load that he dropped off. So he made $1,000 in gross income that day. That's what he received. Now, after he writes off everything, that $1,000 might be depleted down because of, again, the tax laws and everything else. That might be depleted down to $200. So you can see the huge difference between your gross income and your net income. Okay, again, you're taking advantage of the tax laws and the tax benefit to those who are self-employed and paid on a 1099. The problem is many times you shoot yourself in the foot because you make good income, you write off all those deductions you can, and it comes down to it, like I said, that truck driver for that day, he made $1,000 in income he brought in as his gross, and his net, I'm just going to round this to make it easy, he netted $100. So this person, just because of the tax laws and the tax benefits, just kind of, now he goes to apply for a loan, he shot himself in the foot. He cannot qualify for a loan because of that, because of all the write-offs. Didn't do anything wrong, just took advantage of the tax laws. And you had hopefully a great accountant. So here's how we calculate how you're going to qualify for a loan. Okay, so we take all your monthly debt, that's here, divided by your gross monthly income. Well, when you're self-employed, you cannot use the gross or the amounts you received. You're actually using that amount that you showed up as your bottom line net income. In a lot of cases, that number is dwindled down to minuscule or a fraction of what you brought in. And again, one of the biggest pieces of this puzzle is, again, if you're a business owner, you write off, and that truck driver, he wrote off depreciation of that truck. Is that a true cost? Did he write out a check for depreciation? No. That could be, he could have depreciated, say, $10,000, $12,000 of that truck. He has 2, 3, 4 trucks. You're talking $40,000, $50,000 in deductions. That's not real money that he spent. That is just a tax write-off. Okay, so many times when it comes to that, this bottom line for the self-employed, it doesn't work. Your debt ratio becomes too high. And again, if you're a self-employed person, I guarantee you ran into these issues. So now what do? You have all these, you know you're making the money, you have absolutely perfect credit, never missed a payment in your life. So now what are you going to do? Well, I got the answer for you. We have a program that will allow you to use bank statements. You can use personal or business, and that's what I'll consult you through or guide you through. Okay, so here's what we use. We can use personal bank statements. If you would, I would highly suggest you pause this page, and then you can find out the specific details of what's going on here. So what we do is we take your bank statements, and if there's any really odd deposits, like you I don't know, you sold a truck, that isn't normal, ordinary income. It might be for that truck driver, but it's a kind of a one-time deposit. So you can't use kind of those out of the ordinary deposits. But what's going to happen is we will take your bank statements, add up all the deposits, and divide it by 12 for the 12-month bank statement program. Okay, so you can also elect to go with business bank statements. However, you have to be 100% owner of that business. So what happens is we add up all your deposits, and then we'll work with your accountant to come up with an expense factor. Okay, so here's a great example right here. This person brought in $1 million, and between working with him and his accountant, we came up with a 52% expense factor. So this person that now has $480,000 in net income. So divided by 12, it's $40,000 a month. This person actually on their tax returns that we received had, I think I recalled, it was only about $180,000 in income. So this almost tripled the amount of income that we could use as his income to qualify for a loan. So again, this program is for those who are self-employed and or 1099. We'll meet with you. We'll go through all your bank statements, personal and business. Choose the one that would work best for you so we can help get you into a loan. We can take you from your denial, so you went to 5 other banks, gave them your financials, and you got turned down. We're going to switch that into a pre-approval for you. So we went from denied to you're approved. So that's the whole goal of this. Here's some of the people that we see, and we've worked with this underwriter for a while that is helping clients in these categories. So if this is you, or you are paid a 1099, or you are self-employed, let us know if you're having difficulties getting a loan. Let us know even if you're not having difficulties getting a loan, because we also have a whole slew of other products. But small business owners, Uber drivers, this becomes more predominant year after year as Uber's been around longer and longer. Truck drivers, waitresses, this is kind of tough because a lot of waitresses are paid W-2, but they do have tip income that they might be able to claim. So this is kind of a little bit of a gray area. But carpenters, my father was a carpenter and made a lot of money on the side. doing it. He had a full-time job, but he also had a side business, and he was a carpenter. Childcare workers, this is huge in the Chicagoland area, as well as hairdressers, grounds maintenance keepers, farmers, realtors out there. You probably, if you've tried to qualify on your own, you've gotten stuck because of, your write-offs. You're writing off your car, all these expenses. You're taking advantage of the tax laws. So that's the whole benefit of this program. So we're hoping to help hundreds, if not thousands of people in 2019 qualify for a loan, go from a denial to an approval. So hopefully this hits home. If it does, please reach out to me. I'd love to help. The best way to reach me is 630-338-1160. You can find me on the web at themortgageupdate.net. You can hear me on the radio in Chicago at AM 1160. I have a show every night, and I'm on there every day. And if you'd like to reach me by email, it's really simple. It's Dan, D-A-N, .frio, F-R-I-O, @gmail.com. So again, I hope you like this video. If you do, please give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe down below. And if you have any comments that I can answer for you, please put them down below. I promise you I'll get back to you as quick as I can. Thank you again so much. God bless. Have a great day.